Hello, my name is Tucker Apgar, and I am a sophomore in the class of 2023 from Boston, Massachusetts. I am majoring in biochemistry and medicine, health, and society. As a fellow for Vanderbilt's first decade, I focused on the university curriculum for the first 10 years. For the curriculum, I specifically focused on what the original founders envisioned for Vanderbilt from an academic standpoint, what specific courses were offered, and other objects which reflected the rigor and scholarship of a Vanderbilt education. The other fellows focused on the development of Vanderbilt University through alternate perspectives, like faculty, the students, and the university campus. Each one of us gave a different perspective on Vanderbilt in its first decade in the context of higher education and the state of the South after the Civil War. For students and faculty associated with this university, I hope you guys can learn the story behind Vanderbilt. We have an opportunity to learn and commemorate the important historical events and figures which made Vanderbilt the university it is today. When going through the exhibit, I would emphasize how the first decade reflected the founding goals of Vanderbilt and how we can contextualize Vanderbilt within the history of the South. I chose to study the curriculum because I wanted to get an idea about what students would study in the early years, what influenced the developed courses, and how academics presented shortcomings for faculty and students. For example, the founding charter presents the curriculum as part of a well-planned vision for a prestigious Methodist university in the eyes of administrators like Landon Garland and Bishop McTeague. If you look at the part of the chart, you may notice that the structure of the Vanderbilt curriculum was very similar to that of today. The register helped me further understand the different degrees offered and the similarities between the early and present curriculum. Other items in my exhibit are used to symbolize significant themes of the curriculum, whether it was the prestige and achievement in Albert Richmond's degree or the intense rigor of the entrance exams. I specifically want to touch upon the entrance exam because this item provided the greatest shock factor for me. Who knew students needed a well-versed understanding of Greek, Latin, and arithmetic to get into Vanderbilt back then? Overall, my case on the curriculum relates to the overall theme because the academics are the bedrock for Vanderbilt's founding. By looking at the curriculum, one understands the ambitious nature for a university created to resemble the best institutions of higher learning. The breadth and depth of the coursework was immense, and students were not restricted to any single course of study. One also understands the shortcomings of Southern education when understanding the difficulty of achievements like passing the entrance exam or obtaining a degree, because Southern education wasn't up to par. I applied for the Buchanan Fellowship because I wanted to continue my experience with historical research from high school. I also consider myself an intellectual, so I wanted to get an in-depth understanding of how librarians create and preserve knowledge. As a fellow, my research has given me a newfound appreciation with my experience as a Vanderbilt student. I was initially surprised by the curatorial process in that it was more than just doing research. The process embodies an art of learning how to write and convey information about a curatorial object. For me, the Buchanan Fellowship represents an opportunity for Vanderbilt students to engage in meaningful research and design work. I recommend this experience for any students who are the most intellectually inclined, as curatorial work represents the most genuine form of scholarship for me. Like Buchanan himself, my goal is to apply to medical school and become a physician. This profession entails a lifelong career of critical thinking and learning about knowledge created by medical researchers. I am thankful for the 4 other fellows and special collections staff who created this exciting opportunity for me throughout the semester. We all bonded over our passion for Vanderbilt's history, and our exhibit represents a collective effort to narrate the beginnings of the university we all know and love.